Hey, what is up, boys, girls, and lichens? Maybe vampires too. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys how Ignites are so good. I feel like that they're underrated right now in the TCG because they are actually super amazing. So this is going to be a replay of showing you how good they are. Now, basically, there's two cards that if you open up with, you almost instantly win. It doesn't matter what my opponent is playing. Catherine, as you guys know, she's one of the admins there on DevPro. It doesn't matter that she's not playing a super high tier meta deck. All that matters is it's going to show you guys how good Ignites are. Basically, if you open up a library, the chances of winning are like almost 100%. If you open up with Tyrant Throws, you almost have like a 50% chance an instant win condition off of just this one card. Obviously, when you have library, like I said, it just becomes out of control because the entire deck is based around just Ignites, and then I play like a Warning and Emptiness. Those are like the trap cards that I play that stop their summons. But as soon as my opponent's turn starts, I get to activate this card called I know I call it Tyrone's Throne, and we're calling it Tyrone's Throne forever. It's a Diablo thing. Anyways, it's Tyrant Throws. So you activate it by triggering two normal monsters you control, except for tokens. Neither player can normal or special summon effect monsters. Pretty much at this point, Cosmos just folds it up right there. There are other decks that can maybe do some things. Like, for example, there's the Eccentric Archfiend that can get rid of this, but sometimes in Cosmos, they don't play anything that can get rid of Tyrant's Throws. They rely on, like, the Slip Rider, but you can't even get Slip Rider's effect. So if Roll Magical Library gets its effect, if it survives one turn, you basically have already won the game, because all your opponent can do at that point is set cards. And what makes it even more dirty is I happen to have Imperial Custom. I'm only playing one Imperial Custom. Of course, you maxed out on this card. Don't play Imperial Custom. It's not really worth it. It just makes it so it's a win harder card. You're already winning if you have this. You shouldn't need anything else. But you can see my opponent can't Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. Like, she can Duality, but what is she going to Duality into? She can't summon anything, period. And she's giving me counters for this. She's trying to deck them as hard as possible, and then she realized, yeah, well, she can't normal summon anything. She can only set, and if she sets anything, then it's just going to be attack, attack, attack for game. And then Roll Magic Library is going to have a bunch of counters. I even ripped the Regeki here, so, like, even if she set something, it was irrelevant. She already admitted defeat at that point, but it's not like she can do anything. And that's basically how Ignites play. You just basically activate Tyrant's Throws and you say you can't play, and you're drawing like a bunch of cards through Royal Magical Library, and they still inherently, I think, have the most insane pendulum mechanic, which is if you have another Ignite card in your other pendulum zone, you can destroy both, then you get to add one Fire Warrior type monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. There's so many FTKs and OTKs available in Ignites already. And on top of that, you have access to like one of the craziest cards in the game, and the Tyrant's Throws over here. If you open up with it, like I said, some decks will just instantly lose, especially because if you're triggering two Ignites, most of them have pretty good attack. And again, you can search out for whatever you want. If you happen to have the library, you can see how it basically works. You throw down library, and then you keep on adding more free cards. The free cards that you place in your pendulum zone give counters for Royal Magic Library, therefore you can pop them and you keep, but you basically can just deck them super hard. You can go through like 10 plus cards, and then you have and then you set Tyrant's Throws, and then you just win the game. If you happen to have multiple Tyrant Throws, it's very difficult for a lot of decks to deal with, but that's basically how Ignites play. They saw a little bit of play in the OCG when they didn't have like the correct ruling, or they errated the ruling, or they decided, hey, we shouldn't have this ruling. There was original ruling with Key Beetle that you didn't actually, you could protect one of the Ignite cards, and then you could Key Beetle and actually remain, one of the Ignite cards would stay even though you'd technically need to pop two, but sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just translation. I don't know what it was, but it worked for a while at some tournaments in the OCG, and then they're like, wait, this is crazy. This is like Tour Guide Detach Sangan, get a Sangan effect. Then they completely 180'd, and they're like, okay, we can't do this anymore. And then Ignites fell off. Even now with this effect, though, are they super amazing? Well, they honestly would be super consistent, but when you have a card like Royal Magical Library, or if you pendulum summon like double of these, and then you can keep on going off from there, you've won the game. You've already basically won the game already when you open up with this card. But that's how the deck plays. There are 6 copies of a card. If you open up with it, you win the game. Tyrant's Throws and Royal Magic Library, all of them are at 3, and the rest of the cards are just draw power anyways and deck thinning cards anyways. But yeah, that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, there's not really very much room for like suggestions here, unless we're going to talk about a deck profile, which we will totally do. I know a lot of you guys saw this. We'll probably be ranking up with it pretty soon on DevPro, because I don't know, the performance powers are pretty good, right? But if you throw this out, if they don't have Eccentric Archfiend, you automatically win. And this is technically not meta, so it's like anti-meta, but it's totally like It's an instant win condition, and it's very, very little thought process in the deck. Sometimes you gotta search out for the right Ignite card, but you can still exceed with them. The deck's still relatively decent. But anyways, now I feel like I'm rambling on for too long. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about Ignites now. I know I opened up with Library, but I'm just showing you guys how good the deck is. And remember, guys, you're playing 3 copies of Library. Everything else, we got Chicken Race and stuff like that, so the deck is very, very fast. Chicken Race Pseudospace is amazing with Library because you're going to just add counters to it like crazy. But if you don't open up with Library, if you still have this card, if you go a Pendulum Scale, well, you put both of them there, then you pop them, you search out another one, Complete Scale, set Tyrant's Throws, activate immediately, you can still win. Like, even if I didn't have the Library here, a Tyrant's Throws would have already shut down all of my opponent's plays. My opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's what we're going to be looking at in the next couple formats, because basically on Cherry Beast, and like, you guys will see the anti-spell fragrance in the main deck. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Been your boy Will Smith, signing out.